Blib, 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 blib. Talking about the current topic. As you can tell by this show, I'm not good at it. Where's that money coming from? Nobody asked that. But I wanted to bring up something first. Ding, ding, ding. You know, this is why we can't have nice things. It's really important to know what's going on. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. I am a believer of the Rebel Alliance. Here's another distraction for you. This is definitely a shit show. And it's a good question who's running. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. You want it all, but you can't have it. Yes! Wow! Look at that.
Ooh, we are in.
Hey. How about it?
How you doing?
I'm still breathing. Breathing.
Same, yeah.
I don't
as I told you, I've got I'm nursing a migraine. I'm on some medication there, some of the Tylenol, and it's keeping it at bay. So that's where I'm at. But I'm ready to stream. I'm ready to do this, and yeah, off we go.
I am so glad that you are.
Hello, everybody.
I have one more to send you.
We got MST in the house. He's saying toot toot. So toot
Toot
to
toot
him.
toot. Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
We have a toot toot, don't we?
I was yep.
It only did it the once there. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to put like
there it goes.
Couple tenths of a second of silence before that toot toot. Because most of the time when I hear it, I only hear the second toot.
I think it's like it needs to reload or something like that. But yeah, I could probably change it and fix it a little bit somehow.
Yeah, I don't know audio stuff, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. We got Linda in the house. Hazel's watching. Awesome. Good puppy.
By the way,
Angel Gamer's here. Awesome.
Yay. Linda's here. I have something that I just noticed, and I'm actually kind of proud of it. We are one shy of 100 subscribers.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
Every time I tune in, it seems another one or two get added. Sorry. So yeah, one more. We're at 100. There's Dickbag in the house.
Yay, Dickbag. So yeah, I mean, obviously I know that not all 100 are listening at the same time. A lot of people do watch after watch a replay.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm grateful to all of them because wait.
That would be so funny. And
there goes Muckster. We just lost him. We just
yeah.
Look at that.
But
well,
yeah, we're gonna bring it up. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm grateful that that you guys tune in.
Yeah.
Because totally. I don't want to do something that isn't of value in some way. And I hope in some of the things I do, they're funny and they're entertaining too. But with, so much of the doom and gloom in the world, even though I do talk about it, I'm hoping that people will see that we do have some option if
Yeah,
if we act as a and work as a collective.
I think there's a lot of streams out there that, are definitely drama laden and the whole thing. And I mean, this is a little break, I think, for all of us to just kind of talk and, about current events and whatever it is. And some of it might be doom and gloom, but at least we're just getting a chance to discuss things,
I
stuff like
just
that.
have to a dick bag is also good for preventing shedding as well.
Good for your coat. Awesome.
Lots in the news, unfortunately, good and bad, and you know, and in YouTube life, drama continues.
Yeah. On that note, I guess we'll just get out of the way really quick. Thoughts to all the families in Louisiana. That's a horrible thing. There's a massive shooting. Didn't mean to laugh there, but it's just it's horrible. I guess laughter is the way I deal with stuff like that. But um, yeah, just thoughts go out to the families in Louisiana and the communities in Louisiana. That's I don't even know the details. I just found out about the story maybe like half an hour ago or something like that. But yeah, get that out of the way.
Yeah, and this was in Shreveport. And they were children.
Mm-hmm.
The suspect was taken down after a chase with police. And they said that it was an adult male.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Obviously, at this
I did
time, because it happened so recently, they don't.
have motives yet.
Yeah, and it was sad too because the house that was rented where this occurred is owned by a pastor of a community Baptist church there. And
Okay.
he didn't have any dealings really with the family.
Weird. Yeah. I did see something that it occurred in 2 different homes or something like that.
4 different locations.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I don't exactly know what that means.
yeah. Neither do I.
But of course, both Democrats especially were quick to jump in to politicize this.
Hmm.
And in a way, especially for one of the first who jumped in, which was former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords, who was shot by a constituent
Right.
at a public speaking event. So I understand why she would be the first to, or
Well, she has a
to say
reason.
anything. She's
Yeah.
got personal experience
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it. But, as you and I were talking earlier, my belief is there is nothing that any gun law is going to prevent. The only way to, other than taking all of our guns, which I would definitely am fully against, would be to deal with these issues that are causing the despair and these people making these horrible decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But neither Democrats nor Republicans, which is why I hate both parties, are willing to do that, because then it takes away ammunition that one party can use against the other party.
Yeah. And it
So
seems like a part of the plan in the sense of, it
yep,
helps when there's, uh, when the people distrust each other and they fighting each other, then the politicians win, and
yep.
it keeps the fight going.
Yeah, it keeps us hating each other, so we're distracted by hating our neighbor while
Mhm.
our government picks our pockets and, like, makes another forever war so that they and their friends can continue to profit off of our despair.
Yeah. And I think if any,
And
anybody listening is wondering, like, well, what's your solution then? And you've said to me numerous times, it's like, tackling things like job insecurity and mental health and, the real things that cause people to have
yes.
problems in their life. And when you're frustrated and downtrodden and going through that, um, people make desperate and horrible decisions in their life. And yeah, if you could at least tackle that somewhat, start to, you might see a difference in tragedies like this happening.
Well,
So
and it's been proven time and time again, maybe not on a national scale. Well, actually, yes, on a national scale. Because when the economics are good for the working class, in general, everything is better.
I think those things help to a degree, Muxter, but I think um, the real base of the problem is economic disparity and, like, poor medical, like, access to medical health being poor, whether it's mental or even just straight up physical health. Like, those things are what make people feel desperate and angry and upset and frustrated. And there's other issues as well on top of that. But I'm not against what you're saying there personally. Obviously you need to have certain common sense ideas when approaching the subject.
No, I said that no new gun laws are going to help. There is not one law that is going to address the problem. What you're
Hmm.
bringing up there are incidents. Well, except in the case of automatics, but how many people have automatics? We have semi-automatics, which I have owned several of. And you're right. I did say no gun laws help, and I will stand by that because they're not going to. New gun laws are not going to help the situation. There is no new law, which is what I said, no new law that you can come up with that is
That
going to
will
tackle this problem
not without
until,
tackling those other things for sure.
yes, until
Like,
we tackle the despair that people are going through. No new laws are going to help. In fact, a majority of the laws that we have don't even help now.
mhm. Well, and it's like I said to you before we were streaming about, I used that term, in the weeds. Like, America is so far in the weeds that um
Yeah.
of this issue with guns and stuff like that, that taking them away, or putting in some sort of law that is going to um what's the word I'm looking for? Like, restrict the guns that exist now isn't going to fix the problem. There's just
Yeah,
too
because
many
we already
guns.
have restrictions.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
There's no new restriction you're going to come up with that is going to
yeah.
fix the problem.
And I agree, Muxer, they are against the law, but there's people working to try and change that right now, which is pretty wild in my mind.
Now
But
for me,
I'm Canadian.
now, uh, they shouldn't make any changes until we tackle those other issues.
Right, exactly, for sure.
Because when people are more secure, they are less likely. And I constantly look at the psychological angle of everything
Hmm.
because it's how people think, how they feel, and how they react that are the uh uh provocateurs of what people do,
Hmm.
what they're feeling. Um if you lessen their fear, if we had more jobs, yes, exactly. It is a huge problem. And that's why our politicians don't want to tackle it. And that's why a lot of citizens don't bring it up, because they want instant gratification instead of doing the hard work necessary.
Yeah.
Housing, food, security. Now AI is threatening to replace so many jobs. I would even tackle the AI thing before the living wage thing. Because
I think
if
there's
you have a living,
I sorry to interrupt. I think I'm not disagreeing with you about the AI thing, but I also think there's a little bit of hysteria behind it to a degree. Like um it's not happening as fast as some people might think it's going to happen across the board, but it is an issue that needs to be addressed for sure. Because
yeah.
without addressing it, it will just get worse and worse over time. But
Well, and
yeah,
and
that's
I
my point.
agree. I agree that you say that it's not. Well, I'll use my words. It's not the threat that it appears to be,
Mhm.
but that's how the U.S. gets us caught up in stuff, is by doing it incrementally. So, and the conservatives have this right when it comes to gun laws, because that's how they've been. Some of this stuff has been stupid. Some of it absolutely makes sense. Background checks make sense to me. Other things don't. But it's been incremental, and they slowly chip away at our rights. How do you think we lost our anonymity and our privacy online? There's been a couple of big instances, like the Patriot Act starting it, but there's been a lot of incremental stuff in between. And then the next thing you know, we wake up and go, oh God, we don't have any more rights. How did this happen? Duh.
Yeah.
So they need to work on actual change that matters.
Yeah,
Change that
for
will
sure.
last long term. Give us more security.
I just want to say, like to Muckster, I don't think we're all that far off between each other. Like I'm not exactly 100% on Double M's side when it comes to the Second Amendment, but I'm Canadian, and those are my views. But I am on her side in the sense of what she's saying, in having to tackle the actual issues, the crux, the crux of the issues of the disparity and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not against what you're saying about having to, yeah, you can do both things at the same time. Like you could figure out different ways to, I don't know what the right word is. I, you know, I guess without a lack of a better word, like restrict maybe certain things, or maybe nobody needs a magazine that holds like 30 rounds or whatever. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know what these answers are, but I don't think what I'm saying to Muxer is I don't think we're all that far apart on this, what we're discussing here.
Focus on different angles to tackle
Yeah.
the same problem.
Yeah. I just don't want he seems a little disparaged. I don't want him to feel disparaged. I mean, I want to hear his opinion and the whole thing as well. And
Well, I
I mean,
get
we're
what
not
you're
going to fix
saying.
anything. Yeah, we're not going to fix anything in here. You know what I mean? Like we're just having a discussion. So,
And here's the other thing too. Where are all those Second Amendment people that were talking about, oh, we got to keep our guns because of a tyrannical government? Yeah, where are
mhm.
those people? Now it's the
Yeah.
Democrats that are speaking up about a
Mhm.
tyrannical government. It's the
Mhm.
Democrats now that are suddenly, even though there's millions and millions of us on the left that support and own firearms, they are have been more active lately in buying firearms and taking classes.
Yeah.
uh you know this is the thing, because our government and pundits and influencers are well, I'm not saying, and I never would say no restrictions, because you're right, it's not helpful. But when people, the argument of law-abiding gun owners, and then someone will crack a comment about, well, that guy who killed 10 people, was he law-abiding? No, dumb shit. Obviously, he wasn't.
Yeah.
But are we going to punish millions of people because of this one jackass? Look into why he did what he did.
Yeah, exactly. There's always some way to take away from the baseline of like, why did this person act this way? Why did they do this thing? You're not just like a criminal and go like, yeah, like today I'm gonna go kill a bunch of people. There's a reason why it's happening. There's a reason why a person feels the need to go do that. And so what is that? But to me it seems very clear that in the US you guys have a fight on your hands when it comes to trying to tackle those issues and discuss them without politicizing it, and it's unfortunate. I really do hope that you guys can get there, but and it's not perfect anywhere. We're not perfect here in Canada, but I think when we did have that last incident not long ago, whatever it was, a month or 2 months ago,
Oh yeah.
Here, I did say on the stream like how I was very proud of how both sides or all the parties in parliament didn't jump to politicizing it straight out of the gate. It was a
Unlike
very
here.
Yeah, it was very like we all need to stand together and have thoughts and prayers and all that stuff, for the people. But it didn't turn into a fight politically. And that's a sort of a little bit of a difference between.
Did it ever get figured out why he did what he did?
You know what? Haven't really kept up with the story myself, to be honest. I'm sure there was some stuff that came out of it. I know the brother was also in a bad place, who like he has a criminal record, and not that is necessarily tied together, but it seems like there was some sort of problems within the family unit and amongst the them and their people. So I don't know the full situation, so I won't speak to it. But as for what we're saying, those things, mental health, economic disparity, whatever, they always seem to have some sort of factor in these things taking place.
I want to, since we're on that, yes. Work it on your t-shirts. Also too, let me where did you go?
Jeez, Lola's cracking a whip here.
DP.
She wants her shirts, DP.
Let me
Well, there's a lot of institutionalized Democrats that really don't are really fighting against progressive youngsters coming up in the party. So
yeah, I'm gonna give you. Here's another link in Discord, because how do I bring these up anyway?
You want me to put it up right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this goes along with what we're talking about.
Yep, for sure.
Another shooting that I've been very upset about was oh crap, where'd my thing go? There it is. Yeah. The former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, who committed a murder-suicide. He killed his wife downstairs, ran upstairs, and then shot himself, leaving their 2 teenage children parentless. for quite a while after this occurred, and by quite a while, I mean at least a couple days, the news media was focused on him and the story behind him and everything. But if you had seen or heard the name Serena Fairfax, nobody knew who she was. Because they are quite literally not talking about her as the victim. She was his wife. She was a dentist and very well liked in the community, and a mother of the mother of the two teenagers that were left alone. The media was so focused on him. He was I should say, disgraced former lieutenant governor, because he was accused of SA by two ladies. I don't know if these are legitimate accusations or not. I'm not even going to look at that. But the fact of it was, these two women reported on assault by him, and it destroyed his running for governor. And for whatever reason, they were having problems in the marriage, and they were in the process of a divorce, and she was awarded full custody, and he was given 2 weeks to move out of the house. And the reason for that was, whatever occurred because of those accusations and him stepping down from running, he became extremely depressed and isolated and turned to alcohol. And despite the family trying to get him into treatment, trying to get him help, he refused and isolated more. So it got to the point where, to spare her children of watching their father fall down fall off the deep end, she filed for divorce. But he, for whatever reason, disagreed with this so wholeheartedly. He felt that the only avenue to stop this was to do what he did.
You want to watch this?
Sure.
Cool.
When I first saw these comments being shared yesterday, they come from Threads and Twitter, and there were videos done about it saying, oh, like, I knew Justin Fairfax when we met politically. Oh, I feel so bad for his family. I thought that he and his wife had gotten into a car accident. Nope. No, he killed her in their home with their children present, ran upstairs and killed himself, leaving his teenage son to be the one to call the cops after reporting that he sees holes in his mother's shirt. Dr. Serena Fairfax isn't here anymore. None of the headlines yesterday that I could find even mentioned her name, because she was divorcing him. He had 2 weeks to move out, so he killed her. And there's a bunch of other comments, especially on Twitter, being like, we don't know what brought it to this boiling point. I don't fucking care. What do you mean stop taking sides? I'm taking the side of the victim, not the murderer. He murdered his spouse. Same with people like, I knew him. I don't fucking care if he was the fucking Mother Teresa of the modern era. He murdered his wife. And then, because he was running for governor several years ago and credible allegations of sexual assault came out against him, derailed his race, people are now blaming those women for what happened yesterday. I got news for you. A man who will murder a woman will also sexually assault one.
Yeah. Again, those were accusations. No court, no arrest, no nothing as far as I know right now. So but to me, the focus isn't even on those victims. It's on the two teenagers now who are now parentless. Now, in looking at that situation, what gun law would have prevented that?
I got nothing for you.
because there is nothing.
Yeah.
However, and in a way, I would have to say that anything that, well, nothing that we can do right now would have also stopped it either, as far as despair, if the person involved is not willing to take those steps. Which is why when it comes to like some of these MST bringing up domestic violence charge, when it comes to people who have some kind of domestic violence accusation, if it is known that they are a gun owner, they have to give up their firearms for a certain period of time till it can be established that, okay, I get that. It's embarrassing, it's shameful, especially for somebody who would never even think in that direction, to have to give up their firearms. It's a safety net. Instead of blaming the women or even the poor men who have unfortunately also been victimized, but you rarely hear about that. Instead of blaming them for the laws to protect them from potential issue, you know what? Just do it. Get the court stuff over it. When it's all said and done, if there's unfortunately, it doesn't protect people who decide later that they're pissed off enough they want to do something about it, or you can't predict it. There are some people who may have in the moment reacted in a very horrible way, but otherwise never would and never do again. This is so hard. There are people, now me, I have been diagnosed with severe mental illness. It affects my day-to-day life. You know what? I've never been diagnosed with or charged with anything related to violence. But there are people out there who fully believe that because I have mental illness, I should never ever have a firearm.
Right. Yeah.
And that's totally unfair to me. Especially as a higher functioner. They want to take and lump me into this category. So we can't categorize people in this way. We cannot categorize gun owners in this way. What we need to do is identify these problems that we know we can do something about. See, I was not raised with guns. I was never raised around weapons. I actually didn't use weapons until I went in the Marine Corps. And I liked it. No, not everyone. Don't even, Well,
you know what I will say about that MST, where I'll back him in a sense, is I've seen, statistics and whatnot, and that everybody deals with mental illness at some point in their life. It's the variation of what levels of it, like people have experienced depression, and depression is rated a mental illness. Like when you're going through it, your brain is ill. You're going, if it's this extended, people get depressed for short amount of time for different things, grief and whatnot. But at some point in everybody's life, we do experience some level of mental illness. I've read that.
Yeah, and yet I've experienced people who've never had it.
Well, they say they've never had it, but
yeah, but to mental illness in the way that it is described is when you have something that affects your day-to-day living enough that you need some kind of assistance to cope.
Yes, and
whether it's counseling, medicinals. I'm not talking about the temporary stuff that some people like feel sad, you're grieving in some way or something like that, and then they go through the process and move on. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
no.
actual mental illness. And
But
I get
medical officials will say that when you go through any extended level of depression that goes beyond what would be considered sort of a normal level of dealing with something like grieving or something like that, it you your brain is experiencing an illness, like you are experiencing a mental illness, and you may need something like counseling or something like that, but many people don't actually go and
yeah.
seek it out
Well, no,
because it's not normalized.
you did pretty much say what I said.
Yeah,
Some
totally.
stuff
We're agreeing.
beyond, mental illness is the long-term disposition of it. But not everyone has mental illness.
No, but yeah, I've seen medical things say that most people in their life will experience some level of mental illness throughout their lifetime.
Yeah, and like on the opposite side of what Oshin is bringing up, I have dysthymia, which is long-term depression. My depression does not go away,
Yeah.
even with medication. I've learned to live with it, but it still affects my day-to-day life. Yes. Now that one there is narcissistic personality disorder right there.
Yeah, he's got some things. I've said bipolar before, but I can't diagnose him, but he needs to be diagnosed.
But he's also one that, because of his afflictions, it's going to take some rude awakening to get him to face reality.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, long-term depression is a bitch. When they were evaluating me for Social Security disability, he asked me, how long do you get depressed for? A couple days, couple weeks? And I said, it would be easier for me to tell you how often I'm not depressed. He said, how often is that? And I said, I think this was in September. I said, I could probably tell you 4 days of this year that I was not depressed. And, he just looked at me, wrote some stuff down, and a few months later, I got my letter saying that I qualified and told me when my first check would arrive. I don't know what they call it now. They've they updated in the DSM-5 a lot of terminology.
Yeah.
Like they don't use psychopathy anymore.
Yeah.
They use what was it? Antisocial personality disorder. Yes, I agree. Actually, no, I can't say I was depressed or mostly sad because I expected it.
Yeah.
When
I went, when I was talking to my doctor, when I went, to finally get kind of assessed and stuff before I went into therapy, the first thing my doctor asked me was, he says, do you experience, literally like the first thing, he's like, do you experience low moods a lot? And I was basically like, yeah, like that's why I'm here, doc. I'm like, yeah, I feel low moods a lot. And I know it's not
especially when I have
fault.
a hangover.
Yeah, well, and I don't blame him. He's just like trying to, it was starting to flesh it out and stuff, and asking a basic question. But for me, in the moment, it was like, yes, like, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, low moods.
Yeah, and for yourself.
Yeah.
With your experiences now, had you not gotten to the root of why you were doing what you were doing, you would not have been the help would not have been effective or as effective until you go to the root cause.
Don't get me started on this one. It's funny because
Damn it.
my therapist is she's a very, very, very cute girl.
Attractive.
And yeah, she's very, very attractive. And so I used to make jokes with, my wife when, I had sessions or whatever. I'd just be like, "Ooh, I get to go see," like because there's that whole joke about people falling in love with their therapist or their psychologists and stuff like that. So that's the way my wife and I joke around and stuff. So I'd be like, "Oh, it's therapy day. I get to go see my therapist."
I can honestly say I've never had an attractive therapist.
No,
But
bummer.
I guess the closest I could come would be the one that I have now. But she's Lakota, and now if she was female, I would probably, or if she was male, I would probably look forward to her more than I do now as a female.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I've never had a.
My therapist was female. Yes, is. Sorry.
Yeah, mine is too. This is part of the despair I'm talking about. Now, the first time I saw this starting to occur, and it's actually about the time my dad started talking about us being financially insecure, which I thought was really weird because at the time we were like kind of upper middle class. It was at the time when I started seeing kids were losing their paper routes to adults. And it used to be that we had 2 papers in Seattle. Hey, Woodrow. We had 2 papers in Seattle. One that came out in the morning, the Seattle Times, and one that came out in the afternoon, the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. And so kids, there were some kids that did the early morning routes and some kids that did the afternoon routes. It just depended. But it was almost always kids that delivered the papers.
Right.
And then the early morning routes started slowly being taken over by adults.
Right. Yeah.
And then when I started applying to, you go through high school for a little bit and then you're old enough to get that first job. I started applying to Burger King and McDonald's and stuff like that. And that's when I started seeing adults and on occasion seniors taking those jobs.
Yeah.
It wasn't the after school kids anymore.
No.
So I'm talking, this would have been 1980 when it became obvious to me. In 1980, it's going, and we're,
it's like a canary in a coal mine type thing. Like you start to see there's those jobs aren't for the kids anymore. They're like the entryway jobs to learn how to to get into the job market and stuff. And now you see you saw older people having, like, it was their only choice. I need a job, and they're doing the jobs that were kind of meant for young people.
Right. And then in the early to mid 80s, that got magnified big time. And I would have to say that by 1985, most kids had been replaced by adults doing those paper routes. This is before the internet was a threat.
Of course.
Yeah, well before the internet. Yeah. So that insecurity, and guess what also started happening about that time? The post office shootings.
Oh, right. Yeah. People going postal. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can definitely see a correlation between financial insecurity and violence, which includes gun violence, going up.
Well, and you
Um,
saw in the late 70s and early 80s in, North America, but, in the United States, um, there people were struggling. There was some bad economic times going down, right?
yeah, and it hasn't. No, Richard, a lot of people didn't like that term, especially when it became popularized in pop culture.
Mm.
But that's where it started. You had people long-term postal employment. Once you got into the post office, you
Yeah,
were
you were
gold. As long as you didn't severely screw up, you were gold, and you
yeah,
had a career that you could
pension
buy
and
a
all that.
house and
Yeah.
buy a house, have your kids, the American dream, right? But that's also the time, yep, right there. I was just about to bring that up. That's also the time where our incomes in across the board started to not go up as much anymore.
Yeah.
You weren't able to keep up for with the cost of living anymore. Oh, Richard, you're a mail carrier? I took the test and I was on the list, but I didn't quite uh get there. But I did pass that ridiculous test to become a carrier.
They were like,
Uh
no, sorry, no paper, no postal route for you, but go join the Marines. Go join the Marines.
Actually, I did it the opposite. When I came back from the Marines, then I
Okay,
applied at
yeah,
yeah, I took the test.
I see.
Yes.
Oh
Look
wow,
at
no way.
yeah, our mathematician showing up. And that was during when the auto plants were still there.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Another, factory manufacturing. Some of those places, especially some of the stamping plants, which didn't pay all that well and it was grueling work, but it was consistent work
Yeah,
and it was consistent pay. There was security in that.
yep.
And then when these companies started going bankrupt and things like that, and people are losing their pensions. Yeah, they're still drinking poison water. They still
Yeah.
have not fixed that problem. And that is another one. And now Flint hit the national news, but there are many
Oh yeah,
cities
there's a
that
lot of
have
places.
water issues.
Yeah.
So this is why I say there is no new gun laws that's going to even lessen any of the problem. We have to take care of these issues.
Mhm.
Housing, clean water, our environment not being destroyed so our kids don't grow up with lung issues. Things like that. But because they don't make a profit, they don't look at it, because our society has been conditioned that it's only valuable if it makes money or it makes a profit.
Yeah.
And by making money, corporations are valued, but the people who work in those corporations, well, you just got to deal with here. Just be grateful you have a job.
Yeah, totally.
Take this, take these horrible wages and part of that's true. Yeah, with NAFTA.
There's a problem going on in the US and it's starting to sort of come to Canada a bit. But a lot of waterworks in different cities and towns and stuff becoming privatized. So towns and cities will sell their waterworks to a corporation, right? And the corporation has all kinds of promises of like, well, we're we have the ability to upgrade your infrastructure and all that. And then so the city council votes, yeah, let's do it, because then we won't have to pay for it, they'll do it, and da 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 da. So then they do it, they sell off their waterworks to this corporation, and then suddenly people's water bills start to go up. and they don't start seeing infrastructure work happening to like modernize or maintain the water, to maintain the infrastructure of it all. And funny enough, there's no oversight for the corporation once it owns it. Not like government officials would have to, like, you're going to lose your job as a government official if you don't start paying attention to our infrastructure. Once the corporation owns it, the people themselves really have no way to do
That
anything to protect something that's theirs, their resource. Their property taxes pay for it. They help build that infrastructure that's now sold off to a private corporation, and it's a problem that's spreading across America like wildfire.
well, that's a lot of, thankfully, because of grassroots efforts. A lot of smaller cities and towns that normally could be bullied are not allowing these data centers to be opened up in their towns. They're turning them away. Too bad the people in oh gosh, what's the name of that place down in Texas, where Starbase, Boca Chica Village, Elon took a huge amount of that right next to a fragile protected area where these beaches and stuff. Now they have to close the beaches whenever there's going to be a launching. The people there, basically, he is turning it into a corporate town, and the people were a little late to the party in trying to fight back with it. Wait for it, Spartan. Tie this back to Israel. I thought it was their fault. We need Todd for that.
Yeah.
I think.
Somebody get Todd. Somebody call him.
Somebody get Todd. Yep. I mean, I'm sure they've got something to do with it. They got their fingers in everything, right?
Of course.
I just to satisfy Spartans Israel's got their fingers in a lot of stuff here. They hold a lot more control than I am comfortable with. But I'm also not comfortable with making them the scapegoat for everything that's wrong with this country.
Well, of course not. That's silly, I mean, there is a huge lobby that has a lot of power, but
yes,
there's a lot of different lobbies that have a lot of power all over the world. Like there's a lot going on. So yeah. Liberians, those damn Liberians.
Yeah, and the comment that Linda made earlier about the unions, I was watching that happen too, where the unions were just getting decimated.
Yeah.
And I'm very much I grew up in a conservative family. So sometimes I wonder if like you're born with certain traits, because I grew up in a conservative family. So you think I would have been conservative, but oh, holy crap. I've been, I used to be liberal. Now I'm progressive. I am a leftist through and through, except for a few things. I am definitely a leftist. And by leftist, I mean, if it is good for the community as a whole, I'm going to be for it.
Yeah.
If you have to go through a corporation to make that happen for the community, I'm wary. Like, if a corporation comes in and they want to invest in the community, but there's no cost to the community nor do they take it away from the community if they ever leave the community? Okay, sure. But you're not going to run a company store. You're not going to pay people with chits or this or that. You're going to use the common currency.
Mhm.
You're not going to own the town.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, capitalism doesn't like to work that way.
right. And of course, we're not the capitalists, we're the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
I was very, even though this is what the country has set up. I really, really wanted, at the time when old man Walton was still alive, I wanted to be a truck driver with the Walmart Corporation. They were the best paying, had the best benefits, the best job security. But because I had not worked for a company for 5 years, that was one of the requirements at the time. You had to work for a company for at least 5 years. The same company. So I couldn't get in. Because
Mhm.
at that time I had only worked for my company for 2 years. Didn't matter my driving record. I had to have 5 years. So
Yeah.
but because of that, they had the best safety record in commercial truck driving.
Mm.
Well, after he died and all the kids took over, they're grabbing every Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. The pay has been slashed.
Mhm.
It used to be that all drives, if you were out overnight, it was only an overnight. You weren't gone for a week at a time. Now they did have some regional runs which would keep you out for a week, but you were brought back on the weekends because they were big on family. But at the same time, I was watching the destruction across America of mom and pop stores and other things, and
Mhm.
this homogenation of choice. Everywhere that Walmart went, you could go to any other Walmart and get the same choice.
Yeah.
But if you were in the South and then suddenly had to go up in the North, well, I shouldn't say suddenly, and you went up in the North, you had the same choices, but they weren't always applicable
Mm-hmm.
to the area that you were in. And I discovered that when I had gotten batteries for a car in this. I was actually in Arizona, got a battery for my car, went up to Washington. We had a really cold winter, and that battery almost froze. Well, the chemicals are different.
Mm-hmm.
But Walmart carried the same batteries. Now, I have to say now they're better about it, and batteries, you can buy the same battery now and go all over. But, in the old times,
In the
when I
olden
was
times.
in the olden times when I was first doing this, you couldn't do that. So now we got Walmarts that are closing and leaving utter destruction behind, because not
Yeah.
only did all those little mom and pops close, but now that Walmart's leaving, those towns have nothing.
Yeah, the towns start to decimate. Industry around them fell, and
Yeah.
like
And
Walmart came in, closed down the mom and pop, but then the industry around it fell, and now Walmart's like, well, we're out because nobody has any money, and so you got these like ghost towns, type thing.
hey, Kath. Yeah,
Hey, Kat.
and the thing is, what really bugs
And
me.
hey, Ron, he was in.
Hey,
there.
Ron. And what really bugs me about that too is, wow, this is a perfect opportunity. The famous conservative saying of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, even though
Mhm.
it's not physics wise, it's not possible.
Yeah, because that's not really how life works.
This is a perfect opportunity for entrepreneurs to invest in their local community and open up small businesses that are supportive of the the community around you.
Mm.
But because not only is it too prohibitively expensive to get started now, we also don't have that mindset anymore. When I was younger, we had that mindset of thinking about, okay, I have this problem. How am I going to solve it? What can I do? And you usually had a neighbor or a family member or somebody who knew something about it. And you're like, oh, okay, great. Solve the problem. You go do it. DIY, right? Life was DIY. We don't have that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People, and especially younger people, don't know how to think that way.
No, they've been born into disposable living, where everything is disposable. Like you buy something, you have it for a little while, and then you buy a new one once it's
Yeah.
outdated or whatever. That era of being able to maintain the things you own is gone, and it has changed society drastically.
Yeah, if you broke the cord on your lamp, you took your lamp in and got it repaired. Now you just throw the whole damn thing away and buy another lamp.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you need a YouTube makeup tutorial, yeah, you are in luck.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of this is that these things that we're talking about would address and that despair.
Yeah.
And if people are secure, if their community is a positive developing community, and I don't mean developing like a brand new community, I mean they're able to, whatever life and economics is throwing at them, they're somehow able to pick this is a great example. I can't remember the small town. There's a small town, I believe, in the South, that when their last grocery store closed, they knew that it was going to be a serious hardship to the people in that town.
Mhm.
So the town government bought the grocery store.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Okay.
Communist.
Yeah, that's coming up. Because when it was pointed out to this conservative town that what they had done was something socialist.
Mm.
Oh, well, you know what happened. People were angry.
Hilarious.
How dare you call this socialist? We're taking care of ourselves.
Right.
Your town government is taking care of that. You're supporting it with your the money you spend there.
Well, and if your society is working right in the sense of like your government is representing you, then it is you. So you shouldn't have a problem with your government taking a position that's going to help the community. And if that means buying a goddamn grocery store to keep everybody eating and supplied with food, then hey man, maybe that's a good type of socialism, right?
Well, and then what happened when Mamdani said he is going to bring grocery stores into the boroughs of New York City? What happened? Communist.
Yeah. Oh,
You
God,
know,
you want to feed people.
Not the government working for its people. No. You're, communist. He's about to open the first one.
So dumb.
I think they're opening in November.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And what's kind of ironic about it is it's in a part of this town, either in Harlem or near Harlem, that used to be like a big market with various vendors.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right,
it was a hub. And the name of it, I can't remember the name of it. The name of it also is influenced by what it used to be. It's going to become that again.
No, good.
So this whole idea, I find it very sad that the very things that democratic socialists are doing to deal with the despair in their communities, which would then make their communities more secure, feel
Mhm.
safer, and less stuff like theft, domestic violence, gun violence happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Conservatives are against it.
Yeah. Just a quick example, like I grew up in the city Ottawa, like the nation's capital here in Canada. And in Ottawa, there's an area that's called the Bywood Market. And it's sort of like it's old, all the buildings are old around there. And by the name, you can kind of figure out it's the Bywood Market. It was long standing, always the place where vendors, set up, and there would be like, uh agricultural, like fruits and vegetables all summer long. Like people would go down there to get fresh fruits and vegetables, and you could walk through the vendors and that type of thing. And there's like buildings with stores and whatnot, and restaurants and things like that, but the main area of it was always like that, sort of like a hub of that type of thing, like a market, outdoor marketplace. And basically is somewhere around the getting into the late 90s into the early 2000s. um Busybodies decided that it needed to be updated, and by doing that it meant putting in expensive sort of center building and stuff like that. And we're going to give people the option to set up indoors, but now the prices of like these retail spaces, like were aren't what people could afford, that were just coming in there with their like fresh produce from farms and stuff like that. And they basically decimated that market atmosphere and tried to turn it into like an outdoor Whole Foods or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it just
Yeah.
all became corporatized, and it just killed that environment. And then over the next decade after that, what happened to the Bywood Market? It died. Nobody went down there anymore. It basically became a place for transient people and crime, and businesses started closing down as a result of that. And now in Ottawa, they're sitting there going, we need to revitalize the Bywood Market. What do we do? What can we do to revitalize it?
Yeah.
What can we do? And it's like, why not look back at history? What's it called? It's called the Byword Market. What was it? What did it start out as? Why was it flourishing before? And it's like they just can't seem to get it into their head. And it's like, really? Okay. So this is just an example of sort of like, where you see where dumb decisions can, when it comes to corporatizing things, can lead to just decimating culture and a place where people would go to experience each other, experience their local businesses, and help each other out, and the whole thing, right? So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
my little story.
Well, something similar. Way back when, before he went nuts, this newly elected mayor of Braddock, Pennsylvania, named John Fetterman, set up, because he was trying to save Braddock from itself, worked with people who were willing to move into the community, invest in it. So you could buy like an existing building or a house, and it probably needed work to be refurbished or whatever, but you could get it for like $1. And Detroit's doing the same thing. So businesses and artists and all sorts of people came into Braddock, and were refurbing existing structures. The Carnegie Theater and Library revitalized and stuff like that. It's amazing what local government can do in a local community when
Yeah.
people aren't afraid of each other.
Yeah.
When people make the government that was designed to be there for their use, make it work for them.
Mm-hmm.
But people have to be engaged and involved. So when people God, I don't know, Linda, when people want to complain, but then when it comes to actually doing something about it, they drop they decide I'm not going to do anything, nothing's going to change. Well, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, me talking about Section 702 with the Surveillance Act. They passed some legislation on it on Friday. So, and it stands until 2027. Next year. Or so I'm hoping that with the midterms, I want to go through and find out who voted for it, who pushed it through.
Yeah.
And those are the people we're going to have to be against. Because unfortunately, those are the same people who are allowing this continued spying on us, who also want us to keep fighting each other, who also don't want us to have Medicare for all or some kind of single payer. So, I mean, oh darn, we don't want the people to be healthier, because if they're healthier, they're probably thinking better, and then the gig is up. Yeah. Short-term extension. So, okay, Jimbo, yes, I do believe in a tax break, but not a permanent one. When they're
There
up
has
and
to be a
running,
balance.
yeah. And also too, when I talk about see, this is the part I don't like. Yeah, there has to be balance. It can't all be on the backs of the middle class. Yes, a temporary one, yeah, but once they're up and running and they're making a decent profit, they can't all just want to protect the shareholder. In fact, I think it should be federal, that employees should also be made shareholders, because if those companies are just going to protect their profits so that they can make their shareholders happy, then they better start making those employees shareholders.
Yeah, we get that.
Oh
Jimbo.
no,
Totally.
you are no, absolutely. I want both sides to be able to talk here.
No, and it's fair. These are fair questions to ask.
Yeah,
and
devil's advocate.
Of course, corporations. It's in the benefit of the country, of the federal government, to give massive corporations a leg up, for the country and for just global competition and stuff like that. But I think we can all agree there needs to be some level of balance there. Once you have a company like Apple or whatever that's making extraordinary profits beyond, what's, I'll just say it, what's actually needed, and not, it doesn't trickle down to the employees.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like, let's get real here. Like, what's going on? What's going on is the people are getting screwed.
Yeah.
And a very few people are getting very extremely rich. And
yeah, I'm sorry.
They didn't create the iPhone. That's, you know what I mean? Like, they're just on a board.
Yeah, when you are making so much money that you can have built the biggest yacht in the world and force a country to redo its locks so you can get the ginormous thing out onto the water. When you are making, what was it, something like $536,000 a minute?
Yeah.
while your employees struggle at $17 an hour, are being injured on the job, have to piss in piss bottles. No, you don't deserve shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like Jimbo's comment here. Like,
When you make a
'cause
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
was gonna bring that up too. So you can send your fiance and celebrities up into space and call that 10 seconds being in space. Yeah.
yeah.
But he
know,
did
Shane-
he did put them up on a rocket in the shape of a dildo.
Yeah. Way to go,
Yeah,
Katy Perry.
yeah, dying on the job. Here's another one. The employees were told to work around that dude's corpse on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's wrong with this country. When we value corporatism over the dignity of the people working for that corporation, fuck you.
Yeah. It blows me away. And this is happening all over the West and stuff, where there's a section of the population that are willing to sweep and simp and shill for billionaires. I don't understand
No.
it. It makes my mind spin with like I can't fathom why anybody would be like, yeah, it's this idea, and you've heard it before, where like some people go, well, maybe I'll be the billionaire one day, or I'll be the millionaire, and I want my money to be protected if I'm there. And it's like, you know what? You're not going to be. You're never going to be the billionaire. I'm sorry. But the chances of you being that billionaire are few and far between. And just shilling for these people, it blows me away. I say, let's eat them.
Well,
But
look at
that's
you
me.
know, look at a scary democratic socialist country like Denmark has many more millionaires than we do. How is that possible? They're paying like 40 something percent tax,
Yeah.
right? How is it possible? Oh, I don't know. Maybe their economic structure is built to allow people to succeed. Unlike in
Mhm.
this country, when you're not Elon Musk or Bill Gates, you're not allowed to play.
Yeah. Oh, geez, Jimbo, that's horrible.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keeping delivery times on schedule. Yeah, I ran into that when I was hauling mail. Not something as tragic as this, but I was given a truck that had so much wrong with it. But
Ugh,
because I
yeah.
was hauling the mail, we weren't allowed to put that truck out of service because then the Postal Service would fine us for being late. It didn't matter about the truck. Even though there was a big, huge leak in the exhaust, one of the tires looked like the tread was about to come off of it.
Yeah.
The steering gearbox was leaking oil, all sorts of stuff, things that would have put that truck out of service if I had gone over a scale.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I
that's-
reported it, and I wanted to turn that truck in. And they told me that if I put that truck out of service, I would not have a run for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're gonna get punished for.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the public. And then I also have to think about, I'm going to starve my kid if I turn this truck in.
Yeah. Well, you're
Because
thinking about the safety of the driver, the public, and
Yeah,
then
the-
you know,
And that,
everything else
as
that
a
comes along with it.
driver, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what and they are supposed to have, it's no rule that they have a truck on standby. Because if you are, yes, the replacement was worse because they didn't fix them.
Yeah, it was the last truck that was turned in, right?
Yeah, or one that was, or it was one that was tagged because they shave things so close. So you've got a tagged truck, and they just pull the take off and go, we'll take this one. And I hated that because I would felt And it did. I got to the point where I walked away from driving a truck because I couldn't sell out my integrity anymore. I had no
Yeah.
integrity every time I did that, and I knew
Yeah.
it, and it was making me sick.
And that's what's hard in the system, in the economy and stuff, is like people don't even have the ability to live up to their own integrity or their own principles and stuff, because we're desperate just to put food on the table. We're desperate that, you know, you got to pay rent, you got to do stuff, and it's like you have to make a choice basically between your integrity, your principles, or like, do you want to like pay your bills, right? And that sucks. That really sucks for people.
And another thing too, is, you know, there are people who look up to Elon Musk and Donald Trump and, oh, these are self-made men. No, they weren't.
No,
No, they weren't. Their
No, they
dads
weren't.
gave them the money.
Yeah.
Their dads gave them the money. And all Donald Trump has done is figured out how bad he is at stuff.
Yeah, and
So
when you're handed money like that, it's easy to get into a system where you're going to at least generate enough money to maintain that money that you have. Even if you're a bad businessman like Donald Trump actually is, he had enough money and enough success that he can maintain the level of life, you know, of luxury, of convenience that he has. And now you made him president of the United States. And you know, that's what I was saying about people worshiping billionaires. There was enough people that were willing to vote for this guy because they had a perception of who he was rather than an actual real understanding of who he was. And it was because they saw his face on TV and he was like, you're fired. He was the billionaire guy, he knows business. And it was all just a ruse, and it was manufactured, right? So yeah, it's wild.
yes, Jimbo. And Elon Musk, his dad gave him
Yeah.
a big old chunk of money too.
Yeah, they had
Elon Musk just happens to be lucky enough that he can see the value and smarts in other people,
yeah, exactly.
and he's good at hiring them or buying their businesses and then getting rid of them,
Yeah.
and then puts up the smoke and mirrors where people buy into, oh, well, he's rich, he had to have created that. No,
Yeah,
he
must
bought it
must
from
be
somebody
super
else.
smart. He must be a genius. And it's like, no, he's
Right.
not.
Right. So, yeah, until we and this is across the board.
Mhm.
Until we take care of this despair, we're going to continue to be one of the unhealthiest countries of industrialized nations, dumbest, less poorly educated, infant survival rates are not where they should be.
Yeah, if you look at the list that, you know, get put out by not just other countries or whatever, but from American institutions like the
Infant
Cato
mortality, thank
Institute. Yeah, infant mortality. If you look at those lists, you'll see that you know, America is not number one, like the sort of motto goes. You're far down on the list on a lot of different things.
Yep.
But this perception still continues because of the mythology that sort of gets fed into the populace from a young age. I mean, you know, something like the Pledge of Allegiance, like making 6-year-olds say the Pledge of Allegiance when they
I
can't
had
even
to.
when they can't spell allegiance. And
Mhm.
it's like outside of America, like here in Canada and at other places, that like we can understand like maybe standing up for the national anthem at the beginning of the school day or something like that. But the Pledge of Allegiance is very weird to us because it's almost dystopian. It's like this, like it's something you would see from like North Korea or some like, you know, authoritarian type of government where like you're making children pledge allegiance to something that they don't even understand what it is. It's very brainwashing in its own way, right? And I think that those types of things that create that atmosphere of where people go, they become so confident in who the country is and what they are. We're number one, America all the way, and there's a eagle
American
screaming over top of
supremacy.
you. Yeah, right. And it's kind of unhealthy in this modern era. I'm sorry, that's sort of the way I see it. It's like it's I know some people fear globalism, but um the more you fear it, the further down the ladder you're going to go, because this world is becoming more and more global as a result of the technological advancements that exist. And you're going to end up last if you're not playing along. And Trump is really helping that along at the moment, not
Well,
playing along.
Dick Bag's comment goes along with how dumb people are these days, the dumbing down of this country. Not only did Tesla want to give free electricity to people, he's also the father of alternating current, AC, which is what we have in our homes. Not in a car. That's DC, which is what Edison was doing. And that bugs the crap out of me that the stupid is right there on that T emblem every time I see one of the cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Edison was the one developing direct current. It was Tesla that came up with alternating current.
Yeah.
Tesla, I don't have anything on that. My husband says that Tesla drove an electric car that he built. And he was teased by the public. I'd have to look that up. But all I'm saying is when you're talking about the grid, that's Tesla, not Edison. The light bulb is Edison, but actually it's one of the guys on his bench somewhere that he took and patented that.
Yeah, he can't even take full claim for it.
Okay, Edison perfected it. But
yeah. It's a sort of like, Tesla, Elon Musk type thing. Like, I'm going to take something that's there and I'm going to update it or make it a little bit better. Okay, you did it with rockets. Awesome. We needed it. But, you just hired the people to do it.
Let's get into some fun stuff.
Okay.
You have some stuff you wanted to show.
Yeah, I do. I've got a few little things here. I mean, I guess let's
I'm dying to see that.
Well, I want to do this one here first. We'll get this out of the way. I just want to read what Linda said here. She said, "I pledged every day as a kid, but didn't seem to turn me into a rabid flag waver. Guess I was lucky, Spider Dog." Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna find their own way, and not, I'm not saying that it corrupts everybody. It's not like America isn't North Korea and stuff, but I think it does have an effect. I think it does have it's one of the pieces of many pieces that creates that American supremacy sort of idea that exists.
Yeah. This one here, though, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I would so do that. Make his class, make a class with his theology, or I mean, not theology, philosophy. Start it in junior high and make it a major class, a requirement in the high school.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I totally approve of that in indoctrination. Because again, I'm about what's best for the people in general, not specific groups, not specialty stuff. The only time I'm for something for a specific group is when that specific group is getting shit on, so it's not allowed to be equitable with others.
Yeah, totally.
Then I agree with it.
Yeah. That's why I subscribe to human secularism when it comes to social issues, because it doesn't matter where it's coming from, who's coming up with it. It matters whether it is a net benefit to society. And so I
Right.
don't care what party you are or what corporation you are or whatever. If what you're trying to do is going to bring a net benefit to humanity as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm for it. I don't care. I'm for
Yep.
it, you know? So
If you cannot see the happiness and stability of your communities as a profit, a net profit for everyone,
yeah.
you're not who I want to do business with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's look at this dipshit. Okay. Some of
Which
you
one?
yeah, well,
I hope
you'll
it's the
know here.
blonde.
I'm saving that. I'm gonna
Okay,
go with
okay.
I'm gonna go with Keg's breath there first.
Yeah.
Most of you have probably seen it and probably know the story, but I just wanted to show it because it's to me it's the pinnacle in some way of like the idiocracy, the satirical element that has overtaken our world, like, and especially in the United States right now. Like, I can't even believe that this happened. So we'll have a little look at it here.
Prayer is CSAR 2517, and it reads, and pray with me, please. The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Yeah, I mean, I literally, my jaw hit the ground when I woke up in the morning and I saw the story on this, and I was like, how the hell did this happen? How did this happen? And if people don't know, if you're out there and you're watching and you don't know, there's Quentin Tarantino wrote that for Pulp Fiction. There was one little aspect of it that comes from Ezekiel, but other than that, it is absolutely a made up Bible scriptural phrase, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, dickbag, fucking clowns. It's like I can't believe that happened. And they have excuses. You can go look it up. They came up, these guys said it, da-da-da. It is ridiculous because everybody here should realize and know that when he was doing that, he thought he was reading real scripture. He knew that he was like, I'm gonna make everybody pray with me, and I'm reading some scripture. What he didn't know was that he was reading bullshit. I don't know how you feel about it, Double M's, but it blew me away.
Well, I love some of the comments about it. Somebody from the Atlantic said that the Constitution doesn't say anything about the separation of Tarantino and state.
Yeah, good one.
Another contributor at the Atlantic said, Pete Hegseth quoting a Tarantino hitman while believing or pretending he was quoting the Bible as the most Pete Hegseth thing ever.
Seriously, like,
and of course the Pentagon jumped in to protect their boy.
Yeah. It's wild. I can't believe that this type of thing is happening right now. And it just seems like it's daily, or at least every couple of days, it's just some wild thing. But that one got me. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I love Quentin Tarantino. And it just, yeah, I way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole administration, it works if you work with it. Yeah. Actually, that does, yeah, that trends with this. It works if you work with it.
Yeah.
And also too, this is the entire administration.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this here, I don't
know whether that is like, how do you, as he said, he's a Zionist. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't, his art is what I care about. That's it. So,
yeah, you got to compartmentalize that guy because he's a brilliant director.
yeah, I enjoy his movies. I enjoy the
but yeah,
approach
it did
to
put a little
movies, and
dampener on me watching him there a bit.
yeah, he's
Just
a
a little bit
complicated
away.
dude, that's for sure.
But yeah, I seen the new Iranian Lego on Kashyap Patel. Oh my, I was, again, we've got a country that after the 70s we were convinced was the enemy, after the Ayatollah took over, that is trolling our government so hard, our president so hard. They're, yeah, that I gotta admit. And also too, some of the troll comments that are coming out of their embassies around the world are I gotta give it to them,
Well, this is a great segue because I got to give it to them too. This isn't about supporting Iran or whatever, but I think their propaganda game is on point, and quite frankly, I'm loving it. And it's a great segue for what we have here. And I'm going to start it with, I just wanted to show this to start before we go to one of the recent Lego videos. And it's because I was amazed at how WWE this has turned. This whole little game, like what they're doing, has turned. So let's have a look at this here.
Please welcome Turning Point USA CEO and Chair Erica Kirk.
Wow. Like, these people for real? Yes, they're for real. That is for real. It's like they
wait, no,
WWE.
Nope, I call bullshit. Where were the pyrotechnics? I didn't see any.
Well, they did it all it's all just in the nice, like, digital screen thing, which the WWE does now too. I was just watching WrestleMania was yesterday and tonight, and my brother loves it, so he was watching it and I was watching it, and now they've pretty much removed the pyrotechnics and because the screen is so big in the place, they put it all on that, and like they've got this, the music and everything like that, and it's sparkling and blowing up and the whole thing. But yeah, you just use the digital screens. It's cheaper now,
I hope that the irony in this is seen, because her husband, who again I don't want to martyr as a hate propagandist, if she was respecting what her husband stood for,
Yeah, yeah,
She wouldn't be running the company for one.
no. And I don't think Charlie Kirk had any desire to be doing this sort of bullshit antics that they're playing up for, like, I'm sorry, but like people who fall for it, like,
Yeah.
look, I'm not gonna paint everybody with this brush, but it's got a very like NASCAR, WWE kind of crowd feel thing going on. And I'm not saying that every one of those fans is like, some kind of like dumb person, but it's they are propaganda. I mean, Turning Point USA is white nationalism draped in the flag, and Christian white nationalism draped in the flag, and using that as a premise, so.
Right. And he claimed to be a devout Christian.
Mhm.
Okay. So if he was, and obviously we know that's false, because if you are aspiring to be Christ-like, you're not going to monetize hate in as he did. So if she is also such a pious Christian, she wouldn't be wearing the black tight leather pants. She wouldn't be looking the modern day Tammy Faye Baker.
Mhm.
She wouldn't be putting herself, let alone allowing others to put her on a pedestal.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. And then there's the part of me that also sees all of this as absolutely natural
Yeah.
in the world of like theism when it comes to Christianity, which has over 40,000 denominations of buffet, like make it what you want, and this is what they're making it. So my point is, I'm just not surprised by any of it, especially nowadays.
Yeah. And what I get a kick out of, though, is in one of the I want to say Georgia, one of the TPUSA gatherings, where her buddy and possibly future husband JD Vance went to, she didn't show up. And these were free tickets that you could go to this event, and they might have had maybe 100 or so people there, where thousands, like
Yeah.
I think it was some place where like 6,000 or 7,000 people could sit in,
Right.
and
Yeah.
only maybe a couple hundred showed up.
Yeah.
And guess what? Right, as our government loves to do, they also blamed Democrats
Oh,
for
of course.
grabbing up all the tickets and then not showing up.
Yeah, which didn't happen, but
No.
of course. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that these events that they put on are, very heavily manufactured. That they're like, I've seen things where they were putting out uh ads in the like local paper saying like you'll get like a $50 gift certificate to TGIFs or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we'll give you something if you come to one of these events, and it's there
Exactly,
isn't
mugger.
yeah. There isn't as many people that are actually into these things that they like to pretend that there is, but there's enough to make it concerning, I think.
Well, why he's doing these publicity events is he is just recently, or is about to put out his new book on how he became a Catholic.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
How
And
to become a Catholic. Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but the title of it is Communion, but I'm waiting for somebody to change it to communism.
Yeah, that'll happen. Somebody will do that for sure.
And I find it really I'm sure it's gonna do just as well as his other book.
As Melania did.
He'll be oh yeah, as Melania did. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So let's jump. We were talking about the Lego. Let's do the Lego. So this was the Iranian
Oh yeah.
the Iranian video that got put out, and it's the reason why I showed you the Erica Kirk thing. And I think this is brilliant. I love that that they took this shot, because it's like it's pretty badass, if you ask me. To just take the shot is badass. So let's watch it. I'll pull it up here.
Hey y'all, this one's for the timeline. Erica was tired of the Perfect Wife show. Charlie had the preaching, but we all kind of know. Secret nights with Benny, keeping it on the low. Mom spilled the tea, said the family man thing was just for show. Then that Utah night, under those bright lights, one rooftop shot into Charlie's big fight. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie. Ain't no widow tears, she's smiling oh so hearty. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie. Now she's running TP USA, hugging on JD. Took over the org faster than you could blink. Changed the wheel, moved the cash, didn't miss a thing. Wrapped her arms round Van's fingers through his hair. Whispered, you remind me of Charlie, honey. We all stare. She's crazy, she's wild, she's living her best life, while the internet's screaming Black Widow, that's right. Police said lone gunman, case closed real quick, but the conspiracies are thick and the rumors are slick. She's glowing on stage with the next big thing. Erica's crazy era, let the whole world sing. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie. She's the new queen now, living wild and free. Goodbye, Charlie. Woo! Goodbye, Charlie. Erica's crazy. Sing it loud with me. Yeah. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie.
Please welcome.
Ouch. Ouch is right.
Okay, I want to hear it. What's your mixed feelings about it?
Like I said, I don't want to martyr the guy because he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hope I would hope that something like this was not true, but the optics of a lot of things that have happened make it plausible.
Yeah, absolutely. I am not endorsing any of what they are saying. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like you just said, I agree with what you just said. I just from the standpoint of putting it out and what they're doing from that propaganda standpoint, I'm like, wow, like,
you're here for it.
You guys are like really like going at the jugulars on this stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I just find it amusing, but it's messed up. It's also
to me,
up.
she's a grifting piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, I have no love lost for her. I chalk her right up there with what's that dude from Dawson's Creek that just died from cancer?
Oh, Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
I put her right up there with his widow. The video that she came out with.
I did not see that. I did not know that.
Before he died, they bought like a compound. And it's a farm, got some barns on it, big old house and everything. And
Okay.
then she put out a video talking about how worried she was going to be to keep up their compound.
Oh,
And she
okay.
was
Yeah.
basically trolling for money.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and you know, Vanderbeek was a decent actor. He was working regularly even through cancer.
Supposedly he was a very nice guy.
Yeah,
People said he
you
was a
know,
decent dude. Yeah.
he was a decent dude, but he wasn't, you know, like super wealthy by any means.
No,
And my
probably
first thought was, bitch, sell the compound and get something more affordable, like the rest of us have to do.
not.
And
Yeah.
that's, you know, the comment in that Lego video where it said how quickly she moved the money. Erica Kirk, how quickly she moved the money was just right up there with that video with that gal talking about how yeah, Oshin, that's where I'm at right there. What about the two kids? You know, why what are you doing, putting them with babysitters while you're out here putting on this big dog and pony show grifting? You know, you have a big celebration of life for him and you sold merchandise during it. I'm sorry. But no, I'm actually not sorry. She's a horrible human being, horrible human being, just like the rest of them. It's all about the money. It's not about the people. It's not about the community. It's what you can make off other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, props. Yep.
The only thing that would make this story with, excuse me, what Lola said here, is if that dude that everybody says that she is having an affair with or hook it up with or whatever was the nanny.
Mm-hmm.
That would make it all just so delicious. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm not against anything you said there, Calvin. I have no respect for any of those people. I think they're all just instigators.
Yeah. And it's hate peddling. And the people are so angry.
That it's
And
easy. That it's easy. Yeah.
yeah, it's easy to make money off of this hate.
Yeah.
And that just, you know, the one thing that I loved about what happened here recently is a group of people tried to get a highway here in Arizona renamed Charlie Kirk Highway. And the governor said nope and scratched it. And
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Because
Yeah.
again, we're martyring somebody who peddled in hate.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah.
And it doesn't really even he doesn't need to have highways named after him. He did nothing that deserves that sort of accolade. You know, he was just a even if he
He was a
wasn't
dude.
saying it, yeah, even if he wasn't saying all the things that he said, he was like entertainment. He wasn't Walter Cronkite, you know, like he wasn't changing the world in some like way.
I want to point out something here in this group of people, which I think is funny. Candace Owens, for a long time, had made out that her online relationship or whatever you want to call it with Charlie Kirk was closer than people knew about. And so for a long time, people are like calling her a liar and all that kind of stuff. And then she brings out the texts between them two.
Yeah.
And if those texts are real,
Yep.
it certainly proved what she was saying. And this squabble or whatever between her and Erica Kirk. It's like, you bitches are fighting over a corpse.
Yeah.
You know, what is this? Get in your lanes. Yeah, I guess it's just more hate. Because the more that Candace's group thinks that Erica Kirk hates her, the more money they send Candace to keep her going. And
Yeah,
the
they're
same
hate-
thing on her Erica's side. You know, all her TPUSA trolls following her, send TPUSA more money to keep her going.
Yeah.
And it's like
they feed off the hate to like keep the people going, and then when they have their own internal squabbles, they feed off that hate to get even more clicks and views and the whole thing. It's literally hate farming 100%.
Yeah. So I find it yeah.
Oh,
And also too also too Candace with her big you know, who brought that up? Oh, Sheen did. With her big anti-Zionist stuff. I guess I will give her some credit for this. People were downplaying or just almost ignoring the few times that Charlie Kirk actually vocalized a concern with Israel. And then after he was gone, so many were talking about how he was so supportive of Israel, this, that, and the other thing. Candace was pretty much one of the only ones that said, no, he said this. So it almost pains me to give that hate and don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
and
I get
Candace
what you're
is
saying.
another hate peddler.
Yeah, no, totally. I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
You don't have to give her kudos so much, but at least to just point out, you know, that, I mean, a broken clock is right, you know, once a day or twice a day or whatever the saying is, right? Like,
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This one here, Rogan at the White House, not a surprise.
no, he got
Not
his
a surprise.
psychedelic thing, you know, and the guy, he's another one who, like, he'll go where the money
He's an
brings him.
opportunist. Well,
Yeah,
look at
absolutely.
what's going to happen on 4th of July on the grounds of the White House lawn. We're going to have to celebrate the 4th of July, you know, White People's Independence Day, as I like to call it. There's going to be an MMA fight on the grounds.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am serious.
They're doing that for real.
Yes, that is real.
Why am I
thought it was
acting
a joke?
surprised? Why am
You
I?
thought it was a
I
Yeah.
heard about it, but I thought it was like, oh, Trump was just talking out of his ass or whatever. But
Well,
wow.
no, it's just like him wanting to recreate the Arc de Triomphe here on the Washington Mall somewhere, only a bigger one than the one in
Yeah.
France, and of course
Yeah.
it's for him. Yeah, Dickbag brought up President Camacho earlier. He would have made a better president. At least Camacho, when he was in a bind or there was something he didn't know about and knew he couldn't deal with it, would actually reach out to people who actually did. With much pro wrestling fanfare, but you know.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, UFC. I'm sorry, I said MMA.
Yeah. Well, it's MMA fighting, but it's the
Well,
UFC
you know,
event.
Dana White is going to be sticking his dick in it somewhere. So,
Well, yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. I literally did not know that this was actually happening. And look at why am I acting surprised? Why am I acting surprised?
You know what? But you know what would be a better fight? But he wouldn't do it. because it's women, and that's Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. Their fight coming up. That would be a better fight for
Good
the 4th
fight.
of July than any other that of course, as a woman, I can easily say that. And Mugger, I do agree with this as well. And even, oh, okay, so if it comes to fight, and I can ask Mugger because he's got the details. But I have been accused of being anti-Semitic.
Mhm.
Because I am
I've been accused of it. I've been accused of it.
feverishly, whatever you want to call it, anti-Zionist.
Mhm.
I do not hate the Jewish people. And I'm not
Mhm.
also not going to throw out there, ooh, I don't hate the Jews. I got friends that are Jews. I'm not going to pull that bullshit either.
Hey.
But yeah, I get accused of it all the time, and the way she does talk, yeah, no, I'm not gonna defend that fucking bitch.
I've been called I've been called a self-hating Jew because I don't agree with Zionist ideologies, like the concept of it. I don't think it's any good for Israel or the Jewish people, and yeah, so
one of
I've
the
been called
most famous Jewish actors, and hey, thanks, Jeff, thank you.
Hey, Jeff,
one
what's
of
up,
the
man?
most famous Jewish actors ever, aside from they were both in the same movie. Actually, I can't believe it. Damn it, what's it? His name starts with an M. That word, I do not think it means what you say it means or think it means.
Oh,
Come on, Dick Vag, throw it out there.
Yeah. The Princess
It
Bride.
starts with an M.
Yeah.
Now I have to look it up.
This always happens when I'm streaming. I like have these brain farts of things that I absolutely know.
The movie was Princess Bride, and both of these guys were in it.
No, not Mel Brooks. Yeah, him, that character. But what was his name? Are you looking for the character's name?
No.
You want his actual name?
I want Mandy Patinkin.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is.
One of the most famous Jews, but there's another one who was also in that movie, and I love this guy absolutely to pieces, 100%. And you will, what was his word? He is inconceivable. Wallace John.
Yeah.
Wallace John. If there was ever, he's been called a self-hating Jew.
Yeah.
A lot. And he is very vocal about his beliefs as far as anti-Zionism and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna highlight this one. Inigo Montoya. Yeah, that was Mandy Patinkin. So I feel for those guys because they are actual. I know Wallace Shawn definitely practicing Jews.
Mm-hmm.
And they get accused. Andrew, I love it. Oh man, I loved Andre the Giant. He was wonderful.
Yeah, he was cool, dude. He was complicated, but he was
and
good
I don't know. I don't know about the Leibowitz part, but I do know he was French.
Yeah, he wasn't a Leibowitz.
He was not a Leibowitz.
No.
No, crap. I think I went off on the wrong direction. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, here, another one of my heroes right here, Gabor Mate. I love this man. Absolutely love this man.
It's an unfortunate thing that's happening amongst Jews and Israelis and people worldwide, and Yeah, it's a complicated issue that I guess needs to sort itself out. Um, and I suppose it will. I don't know. I have no answers, but it's unfortunate.
All right, Jeff. That must mean that you're gonna have a live tonight, so you could tell me who Jer Bear is, because I don't know this part. 7% mortgage. Damn, that's high. Actually, it may not be these days. I'm kind of asking him if he is.
Oh, I see.
In my roundabout way, if he's going live
Right.
tonight.
Right.
Because he hasn't shown his, like he said, dead man touching grass. Anyway, yes. Catching channel slot machine. Yeah, I have to look at.
I was on
What?
Top Chat the whole time.
You were.
Yeah, I wonder if I was missing anything.
Dun dun dun. I actually paid more attention to the
Same here.
StreamYard than
Yeah, same here. So I wasn't missing anything because I was in that too. StreamYards is actually keeping up today. It's not backing up.
Yeah. The quartering. You know what? I'm gonna have to. God, I don't want to drag myself into. Is he like gone insane, or
I think so.
where you're chatting in SD around me? That quartering guy. I don't know much about him because I don't watch that stuff. But
No, I was saying I wasn't missing it. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't understand why he took the clip channel down. What did it have to do with him? Did it embarrass him so badly that he had to go hide under a rock or something? I don't get it. I mean, if he doesn't get what PPP and company do, because I forgot the other dude's name, then don't watch.
Yeah, people get so. I mean, people look at Todd, like how serious people get about other channels and stuff. Like, it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I watch Todd is when you guys have clips, or you know, I think Jeff does a pretty good enough rundown, and with the clips that he supplies, I don't have to watch Todd, which I'm so grateful for, because you know, I just feel that what little intellect I have left is being sucked out of me.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, yeah, this too. And also too, he's so freaking racist and misogynist.
Oh my God, the other night.
He is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
He is anti-Semitic. Not me being against Zionism. Todd, it doesn't matter if you have anything resembling any kind of Jewishness. He's gonna say something against you.
I mean, his stream the other night,
last night you're right.
Whatever, it was insane.
Mugger, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna let me know when you were on the next night. And Dickbag did recommend a couple of them for you to watch, but one of them's a long one, but it's really good. And he delves into the Todd story pretty well.
Oh yeah. Oh right. You said you were gonna send him some. Come on, you got to do it.
I did.
Do it. I'll remind you. I'll remind Calvin. I will remind her. I promise.
Oh yay! Guess who showed up? Mac showed up. Mac, we talked about you last week.
Who's that? Sean? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, Sean Pat. Yes, in Warcraft.
Right.
We got to calling him Mac. I don't remember why. Oh, he does. Yeah, I even broke down, and I don't like to bother Jeff too much because I know he's busy, but I broke down and asked him for some clips because I am putting together a video on Todd. And I'm gonna touch the poo a little bit. But only on specific topics because I feel he's pretty well represented better by other people. But I want to talk the misogyny and
the misogyny. Yeah, I was going to say.
and the racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that tackling the misogyny is a really good one because it's just coming from a woman like you, and you could give it to him.
But I am being realistic. I know he doesn't care what I have to say or think because I am a woman.
Yeah.
It's for you guys. Mm-hmm. It's for you. It's to make him more palatable briefly. Because I don't want wear gloves. Snap that not latex, but the other stuff.
Rubber.
But yeah, Mac, I was honoring you, and I told everybody you weren't going to be here because you didn't want to be exposed to my radical liberalism. Yeah, nothing. And that's just it. I'm rehashing old stuff. I'm just gonna make fun of it. This is like even really, really old stuff going back to early stuff that Jeff is covering. So I'm not doing anything new with it. It's just going to be a new perspective coming from a woman on it.
Todd hates everybody that's outside of America, O'Sheen, literally.
Well, he hates a lot of Americans too, so.
And Americans too. Yeah, he's got a big laundry list of hate.
What language did you try and learn, Mugger?
Yeah, what language?
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Jive.
Japanese. I was doing the same last year.
Well, hey,
I stopped. I'm kind of pissed, but I got to get back into it. Yeah.
Not this one. I just watch Airplane repeatedly. You'll get a good start. Barbara Billingsley, she'll teach you.
Yeah, Japanese is awesome. It's really fun.
Yep. That's actually cool. And then if you that guy on the that talks about the pre-modern Japanese culture, he's got some with some of the people have been asking him to do Japanese language videos. I don't know if he started doing it yet or not, but he talks about how he learned English because he's actually Korean.
I see. Yeah.
But he was raised in Japan. I think about 12 or something. I love that guy. He's hysterical.
The Korean
especially when
and the
you start
Japanese
yelling.
are very similar, and they have crossovers, and like there's cultures that are very kind of. There's a lot of Koreans that lived in Japan, and yeah.
All right, I'm going back to it. Hill Pirate, Jeff. Are you gonna have a live tonight?
He's not gonna say. He's not gonna say.
No, he likes to keep us guessing and then throw it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a surprise later. Emmy Bonics.
Yeah, Linda, he'll do that.
Oh, for a comment. A privacy strike for a comment? How do you do that?
Oh, a privacy strike. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you say his name or something like that?
Like his name isn't all over YouTube anyway.
Yeah. Who knows with him?
But no. Anyway, yep. If any of you have old clips of Todd talking crap about women, or his cringy stuff like smelling fingers and things like that, I would like clips of those. You could send them to me through Discord and stuff.
Well, we're gonna have lots of clips. Like, there's there's gonna be lots, but
well, yeah, but I'm gonna go through and pick out the ones that, because I have a 76-hour stream. No, I'm gonna. It will be a small video, or several smaller videos. I'm not gonna. Yeah, dickbag and
happened
StreamYard.
to
I
me too.
noticed. Yeah, StreamYard's been doing it to me too. Either that, or it just has a StreamYard fart, and my comment just doesn't come through.
Yeah, no, it's been doing it to me like crazy, and I'm not even saying anything weird. It's just like not going through. I don't know why, but
Yeah, because I complain about it. I don't want to be
damn you,
censored.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yes, shake my fist at my monitor. And French is where it's. Wait a minute. No. Oh, no, that's right. We can learn German from you, Jeff.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of French Canadian Jews in Montreal.
You notice how he's still not telling me.
No,
He's
he
still
won't
not.
tell you.
He's not
going
gonna
to
tell
tell
me.
you.
Oh, Jim texted me and said he's watching, but he can't get the chat to work. Jim is my he's our camp boss, or used to be, and he is also the guy who taught me about. Oh, you want to take that last picture? Oh yeah, bring my last picture up that I sent you of my new desk.
Oh,
he's he's my solar guy, and oh, this, I did not see that. You know what's funny is there's a whole continent with black countries.
Yeah.
and they really do take offense to being called shithole countries. I sent him a picture. My lovely husband, when we moved the trailer to the RV park, he built me a new desk, and there it is.
Looks pretty comfy.
So I've got storage up on top. Now it's not done yet, because do you have the one before that? The one before I put my computer back. You can see these two inverters here. That's the solar. We were using just the green one, but I've added the blue one to the system, so we're going to be running on two inverters. And we are going to be practically, except for probably my big ginormous air conditioner I have to the right there. Yeah, there we go. So those 3 charge controllers, that's where the power from the panels themselves comes through. And then they will be connecting to the battery bank, which is outside. This is where the batteries used to sit, where this desk area is. But I got all that storage now and stuff. And it's very sturdy, which is what I wanted.
4.5 sturdy, or
no, I think it's a little bit better. Oh God, that that 4.5 thing. I need a clip of that too. When you said that comment, I think if there is one comment that really pissed me off, but also define Todd for me. It's that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll
How
have it.
dare you talk about your wife like that?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
You know, the woman who is supporting your lazy, horrible ass. She's the one making those house payments, that house you like to brag about. And you're going to call her a 4.5. She's either a saint or stupid.
I don't understand it. I
Being
mean, I
with-
just why you would even want to put a number on the woman that you supposedly love and married and had children with and whatever, like built a life with. Like, I can't even. I mean, you want me to put a number on my wife? 10, okay? Like, but is everybody gonna think she's a? I don't know, but like, I don't even want to put a number on her. Like,
Well,
it's
yeah.
dumb. It's dumb and infantile. It's childish. Like, but he would do that. He's the type of guy that does that.
I don't know where you are. Yes, actually, I do know where you are, MST, and you're wrong because it's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Is anyone doing a live for 420?
Lose track of them.
Dick Bag's got a harem. Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but
you
he
know.
said isn't a 13. So she's
Okay,
a
I mean-
14? But yeah, if there was one comment that defines him for me, it was that one. How insulting and shallow.
Well, yeah, and here's the reasoning for it, like saying that, I wanted it that way so that like other men wouldn't be like, roostering over her, trying to get her. And it's just like, you are such an insecure little fucking man. It's so sad. Like, but whatever,
Oh, wait a minute. My buddy Jim said we could start celebrating early. I'm already celebrating 420 for next year.
There you go. It's
There you
420
go.
someplace everywhere, isn't it?
Yes.
At every time of the day. Why not?
But yeah, when I do this little project, like I said, it's not for him because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, of course.
But it's
none
for
of,
us.
None of us do. Yeah, for sure.
It's for us. We're gonna toy with some old crap and put a different spin on it.
None of us
It is-
believe we're gonna change him. So
420 in your
Ooh.
pants.
Big
Wait.
bag.
Uh-oh. I was about to say something, but
Oh, don't
you
start gushing.
got a
Don't
little
start gushing.
Labrador in there, man. Few people, old people, know what I mean by that.
So, what do you think about wrapping this up?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm
Mugger,
feeling like
if you do hardcore, I hope you make videos because I can't get through it. Sorry, the Discord chat popped up. All right. So I guess
I have
Jeff
one
will-
question
Yes.
before we go. And sorry. Do you want to go out on our the intro outro thing, or do you want to go out on the Erica Kirk thing?
The intro outro thing.
Okay, I'll leave it as it is.
But since Jeff is not going to tell us whether he's yes, yes, Dick Bag. Since Jeff is not going to tell us if he's going live or not, everybody keep an eye on Discord for Hill Pirate
Yep.
Studios to see if he announces or not, or
Yeah,
check your YouTube since it's so shitty about.
check your YouTube notifications.
And also, oh wait a minute,
Okay.
Dick Bag also put out a new video today about the oh crap, I forgot the Pumpkin Tits McGee or whatever he's calling K-Flab these days. He put out a new one. So
okay,
head
let's
on
play
over
that.
to Dick. Oh, okay.
We'll play it before we go. We might as well, because you brought it up. So we might as well hit it. Let me just grab it here.
Actually, you know what? We could go out on that if Dick Bag's
Well,
okay
we
with
can't.
it.
I don't have it down. Well, we could go. Let's just play it. And
Oh,
then we'll go out on
Jeff
our thing.
said yes, he will be live. He will. So yeah,
Ooh.
keep an eye out for Discord and YouTube. Jeff will be live.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Jeff.
And Jeff can put up his own damn link if he wants, but I'm trying to catch this thing. Neckbeard McPumpkin Tits. That's what it was.
Share screen.
Sorry, Dick Bag.
All right, here we go.
Lights, yeah.
You guys know what the NFL Combine is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The 40-yard dash.
Right.
I was a faster human being, so I ran the 40-yard dash in 4.5 seconds, which is
Lights, yeah.
kind of fast.
Oh yeah.
Sprinting, I could get 40 yards in 4.5 seconds.
Lights, yeah.
I could get 40 yards in 4.5 seconds.
Nice try. Neck beer McPumpkin tits. Nice try. Don't lie. Neck beer McPumpkin tits. Don't lie. You really expect us to believe that shit?
Lie.
What a guy. What a guy, K-Far. What a guy.
Yeah.
Let's give everybody a toot for that one. Yeah, K-Far. Toot. You dumbass.
Bye cookie plane.
Yeah, there was Jeff, there's like 2 other liars on that panel with him, 2 other known liars. And when liars are around liars, they just can't help but lie.
Yeah.
So next week, I don't know what's on the menu, but we'll find out. We'll figure it out during the week, right?
It depends on how quick I get some of the other clips that are really important to what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not a pro video maker like you or Dick Bag or...
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So, I'll be putting it together and then I'll go, here, watch this and tell me what I need to fix.
Okay. Well.
And then I'm going to join Mugger and Mac in a little bit after this is over.
Okay.
So, you guys have a very lovely rest of your weekend. Don't let the man get you down. And we'll catch you at Hill Pirate Studios later.
And just for the sake of, like, she made me do this, we might as well play it.
Shut it down! Hey, Bluto, you ever heard of a little number called freedom of speech? Bill of Rights? Any of that ring a bell? Folks, I've just been ordered by my uninvited fascist guests to shut down, and I've refused.
All right, it's a good one to go out on. See you later, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Blib, 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 blib. Talking about the current topic. As you can tell by this show, I'm not good at it. Where's that money coming from? Nobody asked that. But I wanted to bring up something first. Ding, ding, ding. This is why we can't have nice things. It's really important to know what's going on. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. I am a believer of the Rebel Alliance. Here's another distraction for you. This is definitely a shit show. And it's a good question who's running. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. You want it all, but you can't have it. Yes! Wow! Look at that.